I'm a realtor in the greater Philadelphia area, specializing in residential real estate. Today's topic is how to increase the value of your home. I'd like to start this presentation off with a few quick questions to get you thinking about this topic. Much of the data in this presentation will be pulled from the 16th Annual Cost vs. Value Report and is based on national trends. This report looks at remodeling costs of 35 different projects and resale value in 100 different cities throughout the United States. Please note that these trends might not be applicable for your geographic location, and the most effective way to determine what will work best for your home is to meet with a licensed realtor and licensed contractors. So let's get started. We're going to review 3 different scenarios. I want you to start thinking about cost versus value. In terms of recouping costs from a remodel project when you sell your home, if you had a set budget to increase the value of your home, which one of these projects do you think would yield the most value for their cost? We'll revisit these questions and go on to the answers in a little bit. The first example to think about is an entry door replacement that costs around $1,162, or a mid-range bathroom remodel that costs $16,128. The second scenario we're going to look at is a window replacement, which costs $10,926, compared to a garage door replacement, which costs $1,543. And the final scenario I'm going to ask you to think about is a minor kitchen remodel, which costs about $18,856, compared to replacing vinyl siding on the home, which will run you about $11,475. Once again, we're going to go over these answers in just a few moments. I'd like to now officially thank you for taking the time to tune in with us and welcome you to Drexel University's Virtual Global Networking Night. My name is Meghan Klauder, and I graduated from Drexel in 2002 with my BS and MS in Environmental Science with a concentration on environmental health. I went on to get my MBA in Finance and International Business from Temple University in 2009. In 2013, I attended Temple's Real Estate Institute. While I was at Drexel, I also had the opportunity to play on the women's basketball team. Today, I am joining you to share some experience and insights that I have learned along the way in my real estate career. I work on the Real Estate with Heart team at Keller Williams Center City Realty in Philadelphia, not too far from Drexel University. I still work very closely with Drexel on as one of the university's preferred realtors in their home ownership program. One of the most common questions I get asked as a realtor is, if I'm going to make some updates in my home, where should I spend the money to get the most return? Many clients are trying to decide whether they should love or list their home, very similar to the Love It or List It show that's on HGTV. This means they're trying to figure out whether they should put money into remodeling and stay for the long term, or should they move and find something that has the amenities and feel that they're seeking. Choosing the right projects to increase the value of your home can be a tricky decision and depends on quite a few things like budget, time, resources, future plans for the home, etc. My first response to this question is, are you planning on staying in the home for a long period of time, for example, 10 or more years? Or are you planning on putting your house on the market in the next few years to move into something larger, or maybe a better school district? Remember, the topic is how to increase the value of your home. The answer to these questions is very important because value can be measured in different ways. If you're staying in your house long term, then the value you get is utility or enjoyment from the renovations and work you've completed. Your family will enjoy the changes and upgrades you've made for many years to come. If you're planning on putting your house on the market, then value is measured in dollars, return on investment, and time. For example, the amount of time that your house will be for sale, or what we call in the industry, days on market. So let's go back to those questions that we visited in the very beginning and see how you fared. now that we've discussed your intentions and defined what value can be. Ideally, you'd have a return of over 100%, which shows the project that you chose actually increased the value of your home, meaning that when you sold the home, you could get more money because of that particular remodel. However, keep in mind the numbers we are looking at today are national trends, and none of the projects yield over 100% return. But there are a number of cities throughout the US that do have returns of over 100%. In the first comparison, a new front door yields a return of 96.6% compared to a bathroom renovation, which yields 72.5%. For the door, low initial costs combined with a positive effect on curb appeal is likely responsible for the high ranking of this project. The reason why I chose this example is because many times the first thought from homeowners is the most valuable type of remodel deals with the kitchen or bathroom in particular. These are big ticket items and don't always get the best return, as you can see here in this example. In the second scenario, replacing garage doors will yield a return of 83.7% compared to replacing wood windows at 72.5%. Again, garage door replacement is relatively inexpensive and affects the curb appeal of the home. Windows are definitely important, but there are ways to get around drafty windows. There are things you can do like using plastic in the winter to cover, or painting, trim to make them look better. With wood windows, remember that you want to make sure that they are sealed properly on the exterior to avoid water and rot. And the final scenario that we reviewed, vinyl siding yields a return of 78.2% compared to a minor kitchen remodel of 82.7%. The best performing kitchen or bath project was the minor kitchen remodel, which includes new appliances and countertops and a facelift for existing cabinets, so they're not replacing all the cabinets in this kitchen. At $18,856, it's not the least expensive kitchen or bath project on the list, but it is the one that delivers the most bang for the buck. We've gone through a number of different projects for our examples. Here is the list of the top 10 mid-range budget projects for return on investment or cost versus resale value. As you can see, most of these projects are related to the exterior of the home, emphasizing the importance of curb appeal and exterior maintenance of the home. Remodeling a home can be a big undertaking, and it makes sense to spend the money where you're going to get the most enjoyment as well as return for investment from your investment. Remodeling the home isn't the only way to determine how to increase the value of your home. Let's take a look at some other considerations and tactics that can help increase value. One of the biggest considerations you'll have to factor in is your local market. This will really dictate what types of returns you'll see. Markets are external forces, so you'll need to be in the know as far as what other comparable properties are selling for. What types of features do they have compared to yours? And how fast homes are selling? You might be asking yourself, how do I find out about this information? A good realtor will help guide and inform you through this process. They should know the market quite well and have access to resources and provide more information and in depth. Knowledgeable contractors are also good resources to make sure that you're looking at accurate and local pricing for projects. Remember to interview potential realtors and contractors. This is your hard-earned money, and you're investing it. Therefore, you'll want to deal with an expert and someone that you can trust, not just a family friend or someone that you've known for a while. You want to think about if your money's going to the right place, or would it make more sense not to put money in a project at this time? Real estate is very localized, and although it's great to look at national trends as we have been doing, the real answers for adding value are in your local markets, no matter what area of the world you live in. If you are planning to put your home on the market, another thing to consider is how are people searching for your home and what are they looking for? What can you do to promote your home if you choose to put it on the market? The majority of people are looking on the internet for homes, even before they reach out to a realtor. So you want to be sure that there is some sort of web presence. You also want to make sure that you have professional pictures taken to promote your home. Many people will decide if they want to view a house in person just by the pictures they see online. Although the internet plays a large role in buying and selling a home, the CEO of Zillow, a popular real estate website, the CEO's name is Spencer Rascoff, he's recently commented on CNBC that realtors are still very integral in the home buying process. When discussing commission, he likens the value added by a real estate agent to the value that investment bankers add to IPOs. The biggest change, he notes, is the profile of a real estate agent. It's not realtors providing someone with lists of houses available so much as it is having a transactional consultant, someone to help you through the entire process. I think this emphasizes the point I made earlier. It's important to interview realtors and find one that will help guide you through the transaction and help you make the most of your investment. Finally, I'd like to discuss some other options that are lower budget that you can do to help increase the value of your home. It doesn't have to be huge projects or remodels like we've discussed earlier to increase the value of your home. One of the easiest things you can do is declutter and clean. People want to be able to envision themselves in your home, and if it isn't tidy, or if it's filled with your personal belongings, then sometimes it's difficult for potential buyers to picture themselves living there. You want the house to look lived in and comfortable, so that doesn't mean you need to get rid of every single family photo you have on the wall, but it does mean tone it down a lot. Another relatively inexpensive trick is to have the whole interior of the house painted a neutral color. Again, this helps buyers picture themselves there and automatically makes the house feel clean and fresh. Finally, another consideration is to stage the home. Empty homes can be very difficult to envision how furniture should be placed or set up, and really how big or small the room actually is until you see furniture in there. Staging can be done with your own furniture and belongings. It doesn't mean you have to spend a ton of money to bring stuff in from the outside, but it would be a great assistance to have a professional come in and help out. And you'll definitely see on your return on investment here, as you can see in the numbers on the slide. So we've covered a lot of information during this session on how to increase the value of your home. Here are some key takeaways to remember. First, be aware of how you are measuring value. What means more to you? Is it money? Time? Are you looking to enjoy the property and live there for a while? Is it return on investment? Do you want to put money in and then you're getting out more than 100%? Know your local market. Work with a licensed realtor and licensed contractors. Learn about comparable homes. Attend open houses to see what's out there, and that's something you can do easily on a weekend. Do research on the internet. Being informed will help you make the best decisions to help increase the value of your home. Third, understand what the cost versus value relationship of remodel projects is and spend smartly. We discussed national trends, but you can also look city by city to see what types of projects are yielding the best results for your area. Understand that just because a project doesn't get you more than what you put into it, it can still help with value in terms of selling your house faster or providing you with more enjoyment. And finally, please feel free to email me with any questions. If I don't know the answer, I'm sure I can help you find it. My email address is mklauder@kw.com. Thank you so much for participating in Drexel's University's Virtual Global Networking Night. I hope you found some of this